my name is Bree, and yes, I'm wearing the same shirt I wore in the porno because I'm going to be talking about the porno. So I want to cover a little bit of everything. So why I did the porno, how the porno itself was, my experience, and I want to answer a lot of questions that a lot of people seem to have. A lot of you have the same questions. You've been asking the same things. I'm here to hopefully put your mind at ease, or I don't know, give you a little bit of an answer, at least give you what I can. Starting out, I want to tell you why I did the porno, my thought process, everything I was feeling. The reason why I did the porno kind of boils down to 50-50, two different reasons. The first reason, yes, I did do it for money. Yes, I needed money. Yes, I wanted money. Yes, I'm a broke bitch, and a good amount of money I could make in one day. Yes, that is part of the reason I did do it. The other part of the reason, I guess the other 50%, is I wanted to experiment. I wanted to try something new. And I don't want to dive too deep into my past, but basically, to know me, you need to understand that sex was always really painful for me. Sex was never something I enjoyed. I mean, there were times it felt okay, but there were never times I really loved sex. And in the video, I did say my first time was at 12, and I kind of wish I hadn't said that because a lot of people are coming to me and like, oh, I can't believe, really 12, and a lot of people are telling me that made them feel so uncomfortable, and I'm so sorry if that made you feel uncomfortable, but I mean, imagine how it makes me feel. Yeah, I had sex at a really young age, and between the ages of 12 and 20, all the sex I had was never because I wanted to have sex. I never wanted to have sex. I never enjoyed sex. I didn't know how to say no to sex. I had sex because I was just kind of pressured into it. And like I said, there were times it would be okay, but I never enjoyed it. It was always super painful for me. There's two reasons why sex has always been painful for me. Number one, the actual stretching, the penetration of sex has always been really painful. I don't know why. I've been to many doctors who, I still have no idea. I also have what's called a tilted uterus or a backwards uterus. Basically, my uterus is shaped a little bit different than what you would call the normal uterus, which can cause deep penetration pain. Like during deep penetration, I can get a really deep pain in my stomach. Those are the two reasons why sex have been painful for me my whole life. Put that on top of being young and being with other people who are young and don't yet understand the female body, the female orgasm, and I didn't for a really long time, and just put those two combinations together, not knowing how to orgasm and having painful sex. For years and years and years, sex was misery, and I have so many, I don't want to be a downer, but I'm a little bit scarred by my past and the things I've done, and just sex is a really sensitive topic for me. But thankfully, don't worry, the story gets happier. At the age of 20, I had my first orgasm. I had my first orgasm with this kind of boyfriend, this guy I was seeing. I had my first with him and many more after that. This guy was, well, during sex, he was really sweet. He could be really sweet. He liked sex. He liked to have sex often. He liked to give. He liked to please. He was very understanding. He took his time. He kind of helped me figure out what I liked, and I don't know. I just want him to know that I am always so eternally grateful for what he gave me, for giving me my first orgasm, for teaching myself about my own body, and for being patient and understanding and helping me learn that sex can be enjoyable. And like literally it wasn't even until last month, like right before I shot the porno, that I gave myself my first orgasm. Like I said, sex was something that wasn't easy for me, and I tried masturbating once and I didn't enjoy it, and I thought, I don't know, I never liked touching myself. I never liked being by myself. I always felt like I needed somebody else there. Obviously, I have proven myself wrong now, but back then, I don't know, I was just really sex depressed, I guess. I also hope you guys can understand while I'm telling this story. I don't want any hate, please. And I know it's silly of me to say, but I'm being super open. Honestly, I mean, putting yourself on the internet naked is already extreme, but I've never seen anyone else really talk about their experience, and someone was saying no one else has really done it. I've been really open and really vulnerable, so love me, please. Yeah, sorry for rambling, but basically what I wanted you to understand is, yes, I did do it for money, but the main reason, the real inspiration behind it was all these things that are happening right now, you know, having my first orgasm just like last year, and then finally making myself orgasm like just last month, and finally opening up to sex and realizing that I can enjoy it, and I want to enjoy it, and I just want to be a happy person, and I want to experience these feelings that everyone else is feeling. And I stumbled across let's talk about the actual porno now. I stumbled across an ad on Craigslist that made it look like it was only for modeling. It looked like it was an ad for nude modeling. I hit these people up. This guy, ow, motherfucker! Fucking biting me and shit. Go. Go be free. Go bite something else. Here. This guy starts calling me. I start putting it together. Oh no, this is for a fucking porno. And the guy's telling me it's basically 4 positions. It was reverse cowgirl, doggy style, missionary, and then a blow job. Basically, he's like, there's 4 positions, nothing crazy, super simple. You do 5 minutes of doggy style, then a 3-minute blow job, then 5 minutes of missionary, and then another blow job. Super easy, super quick. This is basically it. Don't be scared. It's nothing extreme. And I'm like, okay. I don't know. And basically they asked me for pictures. They asked me for full nude pictures, a picture of like my whole body from the front, my whole body from the back, and then 2 pictures of my face. So I soon realized that this wasn't just modeling, it wasn't just nude modeling, which I hadn't even done any of that. I realized it was for porno, and of course I was conflicted. I was wondering, you know, should I not? Smooch. Why are you making so much noise? What are you doing? What are you doing in your box? So anyways, I soon find out that this is actually a porno, and I'm feeling very conflicted. I'm feeling, I don't know, I want to, I need the money, I want the money, I want to explore myself, I want to explore myself sexually. I want to see if this is something I really like. I want to see if this is something I can do with my future. And also, to understand why I did it, you also have to understand that I'm very impulsive. I do what I want to do without thinking of consequences. I don't think about myself. I don't think about the outcome. This seemed like a super fun opportunity, and like I said, I wanted to explore myself and I really wanted to see if I would enjoy it, so I did. Plus, it seemed like a really fun trip, and it definitely was. They paid for my flight there and back. They paid for my hotel room, 2 nights if I remember. They bought me food. Someone drove me to the store because I had forgotten razors. I mean, they were there. They were like, do you need anything? Are you thirsty? Are you hungry? Do you need this? You know what I mean? I guess we can talk about the people who were there now. I met 4 different people. Someone picked me up from the airport, dropped me off at the airport, smooch. Of course, there was a cameraman, there was a makeup artist, and of course, the other acting model, which everyone seems to know by name. I don't want to say his name, but obviously after doing this, I've come to realize that girls do porn is a thing that everyone kind of knows about and knows him, and obviously I didn't know what I was getting into, which I want to talk about a little bit, but I want to say everyone who was there was super nice, super welcoming, super comforting. Definitely I was nervous. I was in a new situation. I was with new people. I was having sex with a guy I had never met, and sex for me is hard in general, so of course I was nervous. And I mean, of course I would make a porno and it would suck because I'm not the best at sex. It takes time. It takes time to kind of get into it, and we didn't really have that opportunity during the porno. I'm really glad we did missionary last, actually. I kind of wanted to do it first. We did it last. I'm really glad we did it last because it's the easiest position for me. It's the easiest position for my body. It's not as painful. So we had we didn't really like ease into it in my sense of like easing in. We just kind of went for it. And I had a little time with other positions to warm up. So missionary towards the very end actually was enjoyable. I actually enjoyed it, and I was super glad we kept the easiest one, the best one, for last. Well, I guess there was a blowjob last, but you know what I mean. When I was recording, it was just me, him, and the cameraman. The makeup artist would come and go. You know, we would film one position, she would come back, fix my makeup up, and then leave again. So having, you know, just the minimal amount of people and the comfortable environment they brought, you know, it's obvious they've done this and they know how to just kind of give someone that comfort that I needed, and I'm really grateful for that. If we go back to talking about the actual porno itself, like I said, I found the ad on Craigslist. The Craigslist wasn't even advertising for a porno, it was advertising for modeling, but it was very obvious it was kind of advertising for nude modeling. I feel like I was left in the dark a little bit purposely. Obviously at first I didn't even know it was for a porno, and then when I was in the hotel room, you know, about to shoot, I asked 2 different people, I think. I was like, where's this video gonna go? Do they have a website? You know, like, what are they gonna do with it? And they kept saying, I don't know. Everyone told me, I don't know, and they told me they have a bunch of different sites. Like, one guy was like, oh, I think they have a MILF site, I think I have this site. I can't tell you because it could go anywhere. I have no idea. I don't know if that was true. I feel like they knew the whole time I was doing a girls do porn, and I think they knew. They could have told me, you know, a few names, or, you know, it might go on this side or it might be here. But like I was saying, I feel like they kind of kept me in the dark on purpose. Smoochie, good job, good job. Obviously, now that I have done this and I have seen the video and I have learned that girls do porn is a thing. I don't watch porn. Like I said, I wasn't a super sexual person before this, and I never watched any porn. I think they were trying to keep me in the dark because they wanted that naive, first-time porn, doesn't know what she's doing, not a professional, amateur. That's what they were looking for. I think that's what they want. That's what they do. And I think that's why they wanted to keep me in the dark, because they wanted me to be this girl who doesn't know what she's doing. And that's definitely what I was. Of course, I would film a porno and it would be awful, but I'm trying to not think about that. Thank you for being sweeties, you people who love amateurs, because I definitely am. So thank you for anyone who has honestly messaged me and been like, yo, you're hot, or you're sexy, or I think you're cute, or I loved your video, or anything like that. It sounds stupid, but thank you. And after my video did come out, I have heard a lot of things of models saying they felt underpaid, they felt manipulated, they felt used or cheated or just mistreated in general. I never felt that way. I've never felt mistreated, I've never felt used, I've never felt underpaid. To be fair, I've never shot a porno. I don't know how I should be treated. I don't know what I should be paid. Smooch, can you calm down, please? Oh, I didn't even say this. I do not want to say how much I was paid, and I will not say. I will tell you I was paid more than 1,000 and less than 10,000. So what I guess I'm trying to say is I don't know. I don't know how I should have been treated. I don't feel like I was mistreated. I don't feel like I was underpaid. I feel like I was paid a reasonable amount, and they paid for my hotel room, they paid for my flight, and they were super nice, they were super cool, and it was a super awesome experience. Yes, they kept me in the dark. 100% they kept me in the dark. They didn't want me to know all the secrets. They didn't want me to know it was like a girls do porn. They didn't want me to know where it was gonna go. That was a little shady, I think. I think they were doing it because they wanted me to be this innocent first-time porn person, you know what I mean? To be honest though, I was relieved. I didn't want to ask, but something inside me was like, oh, where is this gonna go? I want to know. Secretly, I'm super glad they didn't tell me where it was gonna go, because secretly I didn't want to know. I didn't want to find myself. I didn't want to, like, sometimes I would be like, maybe I should like get on Pornhub and look for it or something. I didn't want to look for it. I knew eventually it would find me and people would bring it to me, and that's what happened. And I remember finally, get comfy, Smooch, lay down. Oh my gosh. I remember finally they did found me, and my Instagram started to blow up, and I was freaking out, and people were commenting on my YouTube, and they were like, I loved your video, and people were sending me messages and commenting on my pictures and following, and just my phone was freaking out, and I was freaking out, and I went to my friend's house and I was like, yo, take my phone away for a little bit because I need some time, like, yo, I hit up my friend and I was like, yo, they found it, it's out, they found my porno. But yeah, I think that's basically a rundown of why I did it. I don't want to go too into the details about the actual porno itself. I feel like I have already given you a lot, and I hope I've answered some questions. As far as questions people have been asking me, people ask me, am I gonna do another one with them or with someone else, or would I ever get into the industry? The answer to your question is yes, depending. I think I've covered everything. I'm not really sure. I definitely tried my best. I just want to be super open-minded. I want to be super honest about everything, the whole experience, porn, my life, and my sexuality, and everything I've been going through recently and learning and discovering, and I'm super excited for the future. Super excited for everything. And thank you so much for the people who have been sweet to me. I appreciate you very much. Also, thank you for watching my video. I make videos every week at least. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any more questions, go ahead and comment down below. Don't be afraid to ask them. I would like to make a video talking a little bit more about my past. Obviously, I wanted this to be more about the porn, but I want to make a video a little bit more about my past. If you have any other questions, don't be afraid to ask. I would love to answer them. And thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed. Bye! Hi friends, my name is Bree, and once again, I'm here to talk about the porno. Shoot, and I have been very open. I have been very open about the whole thing. But there are a lot of questions, just as there would be with something of this. What would you call this, Moochie? Just of this nature, I guess. And I like being honest. I don't know why. But everyone has their freaking 2 cents they want to put in. So let me say what I gotta say. Also, sorry if this seems a little rambled. I actually have been wanting to record this video for a while. I actually had a paper of things written down, kind of a list of questions in an order that I wanted to answer them, but I don't know where that is. It's been a hectic week, and there's been construction up there. I haven't been able to sit down and record, and right now it's kind of rainy. Just a little, because high-key I hate Colorado's rain because it pours for like 3 minutes. It'll even hail for maybe 3 minutes and just let it all out, and then bye. Have a good day. Like, I miss enjoying the pouring rain. I don't get to do that anymore. But anyways, it's a little sprinkly right now, and it's later in the afternoon. No construction. Hopefully nothing too rowdy going on, and I love this weather. Honestly, I thought it was a perfect time to record. I'm sorry if I come off a little angry, but sometimes I get a little angry because I know my porn is going to be on the internet forever. This is what I mean when I say a lot of people have to put in their 2 cents. Like, people will come to me and be like, oh, you say you did porn for money or for whatever reason, but you understand that is there forever, right? Like, a lot of girls think that they're just gonna do it and then it's gonna go away, and that's not how it works. Like, it's gonna be there forever. Anyways, good luck. I'm like, oh, okay, let me talk like a real person. I know it's going to be there forever. I'm fully aware of that. I'm not an idiot, and I went into it knowing it's going to be there forever, and that's part of the reason I'm so honest. It's like, what's the fucking point? What's the point of having an actual video, legit proof that I was in a porn shoot, and then, I mean, I didn't really have to address it as publicly as I did. I didn't have to make a YouTube video, but I'm trying to get at, what's the point of me lying or acting like it's just going to go away someday. I know it's going to be there my whole entire life. And I don't know why, but I'm not afraid of that. I am not afraid of that. So that also leads into number 2. Does it upset me when people bring up the porn or ask me questions about the porn? The answer to that is it's situational. It depends. Why are you asking the question? Is the question like because you're curious, or because you're like, how did his dick feel? Like, that's not an okay question. I'm gonna be fucking honest, it's super annoying when people comment on my Instagram pictures, but I never respond because I know it's fucking useless. But when people comment like, oh, when are you shooting another shoot? You know, like, when should we expect another shoot? Or something of that nature, or something inappropriate, something like, did you enjoy it, or anything like that, when the picture is obviously weed related or related to something else. I think it's annoying that people don't seem to understand that I have personalities, or that I'm a person and I do more than one thing. Like, the majority of human beings have sex, but like, they don't have sex 24/7. They enjoy other hobbies and things. People don't seem to think that I'm a person and I do real life things. I just do porn 24/7 and I'm there to be naked and please you 24/7, which is not realistic and is actually kind of a problem, but we don't need to get too deep into it. But like, you know what I mean. Oh, another point is I did one porno and I'm a porn star. Like, okay, you act in one movie. That doesn't mean you're going to take off. That doesn't mean you're an actress. I mean, you get my point. I'm not a porn star. I did one shoot. Sorry, I got kind of sidetracked. But the honest answer to your question is, I mean, no, I don't really get upset if it's someone I'm talking to in real life, or it's someone who seems curious and seems like they're asking legit questions, not questions like what it is dick tastes like, or, you know, or if they just approach it a little appropriately, you know what I mean? It's when people are obviously asking for their own pleasure and they want an answer out of me that will please them, obviously. That's when it bothers me, yeah. Our third question, which I think is probably my favorite, someone messaged me and asked me if the male performer used Viagra. Oh, people have also asked about condoms and STD testing, so let's talk about that. Why didn't we use a condom? Some people are saying like, oh, in earlier shoots they used a condom, but in some of these shoots they didn't. I don't know why we didn't use a condom. I thought about asking, like, can we use a condom? But I didn't, and nobody suggested anything, nothing was said. And, oh, people have asked about birth control. Yes, I am on birth control. And I kind of knew that I had an idea of where the cum was going to go. Like, I was being careful. You know, it crossed my mind. I was like, should we? But I never said anything, and no one said anything else, and we just went condomless. As far as STD testing, they asked me, would you want to get tested here or there? And I said I wanted to get tested there in San Francisco. Oh yeah, for some reason, I don't know why I thought this question was the funniest question, but someone asked me if the male performer used Viagra. No. I mean, I could kind of explain how it happened. So this wasn't really something I was concerned about, but it was nice of them to do for me. Before I even agreed to do it, the man I was talking to on the phone, he was saying there would only be 3 people in the room, you, the performer, and the cameraman. Like, there wouldn't be a producer, there wouldn't be all these other people, like, it would be private, you know what I mean? And I'm like, okay, dope, thanks, that sounds nice. There was a makeup, I think I kind of explained this a little bit in my first video. There were only 3 people in the room. There was a makeup lady who would come in and out. She would cover up my tattoos with makeup, and she would fix up my face and my hair, so like she would come in between scenes and kind of fix me up. But during, you know, like the stuff, there was only 3 of us. As far as like the Viagra question and like how did he keep it up, or like how did he get it up, I don't know how to answer this, but the cameraman wasn't really in the room at first. We kind of like met each other, I guess, and I guess you do the best you can in that kind of situation, but I guess started to kind of get to know each other for like a couple of minutes, and then when he was ready, he called the cameraman back into the room. And so like between scenes, we would just take, maybe he was ready to go, or maybe we would just take a few minutes of just us in the room alone, and then he would call the cameraman into the room, and then we would shoot. So that, I hope I didn't explain that as awkwardly as it sounds in my head, but it makes sense, right? He actually said he was gonna get me some weed, and he never did. So one of the moments we were like in the bathroom alone, he had like the roach of a blunt, and he was smoking a little, and I was like, can I have some? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, okay. And then he was like, I'll make sure you get some at the end of the shoot or something. I know a dude, or blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, dope. And then he texted me twice, and he was like, did my dude ever get to you? And I was like, no. And he never got me weed, but it's fine. I went out and bought some and smoked it myself, I guess. In regards to, will I ever do a scene? Would I do a scene? Would I do a scene again? Yeah. If the circumstances were what I wanted. I like performing. I like being appreciated. And maybe it's a problem, but I'd do it again. Also, will I film a shoot with you? No. And there is no way you can ask that doesn't seem sleazy or hides the fact that you're sleazy as fuck. So many people will message me and say, hey, I would love to film a shoot with you, and send it off to someone in Russia with like a ton of money. Or men will try to come up with excuses to try to make it seem like it's okay, like it's not. Someone really tried to get at me, tried to tell me I am an expert in porn, I've watched so much porn, I know all the right angles, I can be an amazing cameraman, I think you should do a blowjob scene. And when I'm like, oh, with who? He's like, well, me, of course. You know what I mean? Like, what gives you the right? And what makes you think it's okay in your head to message someone and be like, hey, would you like to shoot porn with me? Maybe it's okay in your head, but it's not in mine. Especially, like, I don't want to say this again, but I'm not a porn star. I'm not a librarian either. I mean, you can call me a librarian. You could be like, oh, Brie looks like a librarian sometimes. I'm like, yeah. But I'm not a librarian, and I'm also not a porn star. I did one shoot, and it doesn't make me a porn star, but what is the definition of a porn star? You know, like, you do it once, and I don't even feel like my porn was that good, okay? I'm so embarrassed to say it. Of course, I would film a porn, and it would be awful. Did I orgasm? Did you? Oh, how much did I get paid? Like I said in my first video, I'm not going to answer that. It was more than $1,000. But I won't say how much more. Honestly, I'm a little embarrassed because the majority of questions are just like, how was it? How was his dick? Or would you shoot with me? Would you shoot with this person? Would you shoot with this person? Are you gonna shoot again? Are you in America? Will you come to Texas? Will you come to Washington? Hi, baby. I feel like I didn't really answer a lot, but I feel like I wasn't really asked a lot at the same time. But I feel if you feel like you were cheated and you didn't get the answers you wanted, please, in the comments down below, go ahead and ask, because I just like talking about it sometimes. Honestly, like the question, like, does it upset you when people ask? Sometimes it's situational. When I want to talk about it, I want to talk about it, but let's move on. Thank you so much for watching. Honestly, it means the whole entire world to me. And thank you for 2,000 subscribers. Ah! Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. You make me really happy. And honestly, if we can get like a little down low, I remember when I got 1,000 and I was like, you know what, like, I had this dream. This is sounding so dumb. Like, the video's over, but if you want to stay. I had this dream. I was like, I want to get 1,000 subs on YouTube. Just to, I don't know, validate myself or make myself feel like I'm not a loser. I can do things. Yay. And I did, and it was so dope. And now here we are at 2,000, and it's so exciting and it's so scary at the same time. And I can't tell you how scary it is, but how exciting it is too at the same time. I'm high, sorry. Anyways, I have a super fun video planned for next week, honestly. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.
Goes on Twitch, you have to play a game.
Yeah. What game do you play?
Apex Legends. Have you ever played that game before?
Introducing your champion.
Huh?
A little bit.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Oh, for real? So you have an Xbox or no?
No, I have a PlayStation.
4?
Yeah.
Ah, shit. If you had an Xbox, we could do stuff.
Yeah, dope stuff.
So do you? Okay, so how, like, introduce yourself. Like, how did you like start doing YouTube, streaming, whatever?
I actually started streaming when I was in high school. I started streaming Overwatch on Twitch. And that was a
Overwatch?
lot of fun. Yeah, Overwatch.
How is it as a game? Because I've never played it before.
I think it's super fun. It's actually my favorite game.
It's your favorite game?
There's a lot of different.
So yeah, well, my name is Alessandro. Basically, do YouTube people that are from Florida. I've been for like a year. Yeah,
Blood.
and I have 1,000 subscribers in like 10 months when I'm doing YouTube right now currently, and then I'm trying to transition to Twitch, of course, and do other stuff, other type of content. But I like doing interviews mostly because interviews for me is like satisfying. So yeah.
That's super cool.
So how did you get into YouTube? You just randomly did it or what?
After I started Twitch streaming, I became curious about YouTube, and then, yeah, I just started creating super weird things.
Super weird things? Like what? Like what type of content? Like just talking to your audience, or what do you do that? people like to see?
I started uploading music at first, like me singing or playing. Yeah. And then I did a video of me like putting peanut butter on my face, I think once. Just being stupid.
Wasn't there like a phase with YouTubers doing that stuff? Or no?
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Oh, but I think that was
I
that was like 2012, I think, right? When that was going on.
Yeah, probably.
Because I've watched YouTube for such a while. Like I watch more basic, like more than Netflix. I don't really like Netflix to be honest, or any of that other stuff. So you started doing that, and how much subscribers do you have?
On YouTube,
Yeah, from YouTube.
1,128, I think.
1,128.
Yeah.
That's good. I have like 1.1K. I forgot the count, but. And
Yeah, I
you've been
don't know
doing it for how
exactly.
much years so far?
One.
1 year? Okay, okay. You're new, I guess, basically, like me.
Yeah.
And do you think your content is edgy or like what? Like, or is it like happy or is it like relaxed? Is it just weed or like you
I
say?
think it's cool. Sometimes it's super relaxed, sometimes it's super chill. And then I think sometimes it's edgy, it's dumb, it's funny. I think it's cool.
Okay. So I saw that you smoke a lot of weed. Like, do you actually smoke a lot of weed and what type of weed do you like?
In my everyday life, yeah. I smoke a lot of weed. And I don't know
What?
if this is my favorite.
Getting us distant.
You're asking?
Trust the winds.
I don't really smoke weed because I'm from Miami, so it's like it's just
You're a
beginning to
kill
be like
leader.
legal over
Watch your
here.
six.
Like it's just not recreational. What I'm saying, medical over here. So, is it legal over there where you're at or
45
no?
seconds. Rings 5.
Yeah, I'm in Colorado.
Oh, okay. Are you in Denver or no? I heard Denver's pretty nice.
Yes, I am in Denver.
Oh, okay. I guessed right. And do you like it over there or not really?
Double time it.
So far, yeah. I mean,
Give
it's
it
really
in the
cold,
gym.
it's dry. So far, the people are really nice. There's a lot of cool things. It's super cool here, actually.
Super cool. And it snows a lot right there. Like it's very cold like most of the time there or no?
Yeah, there's snow here right now.
Oh wow. Over here it's to be honest in Miami, Florida.
Sure.
Uh huh.
Nice.
So talking about Miami, Florida, because like Miami, Florida, there's a lot of like pornography, like people shoot porn around here. I've actually been to porn star's house actually before, and I've been to where the what is it called, the warehouses where they do it as well. So how did you become relevant to doing porn? Like how did that become a thing for you?
It didn't really become a thing. It was like a one-time thing.
It was a one-time thing? Because I saw in the
Yeah.
video that you were talking like about how you would do
Care
it
package
again
touching down.
and all this
They
other
usually
stuff.
carry rare platforms.
So I was like trying to see if you were or
I'm not relevant. I mean, like, nobody's searching me out. Nobody's looking for me. So I don't know if I will do it again.
and even if you did porn, what would you be categorized as if you did actually like continue doing it?
Probably
Off the mic.
420 friendly. Internet
420.
amateur. That's what people would call me.
Okay. Well, I would think of is basically how tall are you?
5'4".
5'4". Probably like petite, skinny, or teen. One of those categories. I don't know. Not really into porn, but I know. Wait, what?
Yeah, definitely.
Damn. And then how did that process go for you? Like when you tried out? Because it was basically a trial, right?
No,
It wasn't a trial.
no, I did it.
Oh, you just did it. Oh, okay. And in your video, you were talking about how you thought it was like a modeling type of video or casting or whatever, something like that, right?
At first, but I knew what it was before I flew out there. Like I had talked to them on the phone and they told me what it was.
And that was all in LA, right? Los Angeles, California.
No, it was in San Diego.
San Diego, that's weird. That's weird because they usually shoot in LA or Miami around there, or Las Vegas sometimes. Sorry, my voice is kind of like congested because I got a cold recently, so.
No, it's all good.
Yeah. And how old are you again, if you mind me asking?
21.
Alright, I'm 20, so I graduated 2017 though. You probably graduated in 2016 or something.
Yeah.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Oh, okay. And what other hobbies do you do besides smoking weed, doing YouTube, and all this other stuff?
I have a dog. That's mostly what I do with my time.
Job? You like
No,
it?
my dog.
Wait,
Yes,
what?
I like my dog.
Oh, your dogs?
Yeah.
I was like job because that's like kind of like the basic answer that everyone says, job or whatever. And what type of dog do you have?
He's a terrier lab mix.
Terrier lab mix. I don't know much about dogs, so you have to explain to me what that is, to be honest.
He's little.
He's little?
He's a little black and cute.
Alright. So, this might be a random question because we're talking about dogs now, but what is your like end goal for like your YouTube? Like, what are your goals for like the end of the year, basically? Over.
My end goal for life in general is to be able to support myself doing something I love. And if that's YouTube or the WeTube or something else, that's what I want. I want to be happy with myself, I guess.
You think WeedTube is gonna be successful, or you're just going to do that because it's gonna be like something or whatever, non-relevant? I don't know.
I think the WeTube is successful, yes. I believe in it.
How come? How?
I think there's so many supportive people, like people who are behind the app, like actually designing the app, and then there's so many people who are passionate about cannabis, just normal everyday people. I think there's just so many people passionate about this and they're excited about it, and I think the WeTube will bring an outlet for people who want to create content or want to see content.
Yeah, because I've been seeing on YouTube that they've been kind of like banning all the channels that promote and sell weed accounts and all that other stuff. Same with guns as well, so it's kind of like restricted, kind of in a way, on YouTube. And sometimes on Twitch. I think at Twitch you have to put mature audiences on your video when you do stuff like that, but I'm not sure because I'm new to Twitch.
I think cannabis is on the rise though, and it's already something that's huge, and in the future it's only going to get bigger from here, I think. So that's why I think the WeTube will be successful, because there is demand for the WeTube. And the WeTube is going to sneak in, and they're going to be surprised. That's what I think at least.
That's nice.
Got the
If you think it's gonna be, if you're positive about it, then it'll probably be successful, to be honest. And then, what about your YouTube? If that hits off, right? Will your YouTube be a thing you're gonna primarily use, or how will it be your YouTube and your other accounts?
I don't think so, because I'll never make money off of YouTube. YouTube will never pay me. And honestly, I'm just waiting for the day that they delete my account, because like you said, they've been deleting people's accounts. And I don't think, right now at least, YouTube isn't open to cannabis creators. So I don't really see a future for myself on YouTube, at least not the way YouTube is right now.
Yeah, it's a bit mainstream right now, to be honest.
I love creating on YouTube. I love little
They
fans
got
I
me.
have on
I'm
YouTube,
down.
so I'm still going to continue to do it anyways, just because I like doing it.
Wait, what? What did you say? My bad, I didn't hear that for a second.
I said I like creating on YouTube.
Just not for like money purposes or anything like that.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
Instagram, basically, kind of, right? Like how you use Instagram.
yeah.
Instagram, or do you use Twitter mostly? Because I see you on Instagram and you have like 7 something hundred followers, and it's like I feel like it should be more. If you have 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, you know.
Um,
But it's weird because some people are like that though. I've seen that a lot.
Instagram. Instagram almost every day.
Wait, what?
I use Instagram almost every day.
Okay. Because I feel like the way you could make your Instagram very popping, how they say, is basically putting videos of like snippets of your videos of YouTube, stuff like that on your Instagram, and it'll become like kind of like relevant, I guess.
Yeah, that makes sense.
More relevant, my bad. But yeah, but I just made a second Instagram and I just got from my YouTube account, my bad. Like it got 7,000 followers and stuff, but I post like a bunch of stuff. So damn, they didn't call you back for anything, the company.
No, they haven't yet.
Did they tell you like if they call you or they how much they would call you, stuff like that, or they just said okay, that's it?
They said they would, and they haven't. So I don't know if they will or if they won't.
Okay. And then let me see what other questions I got for you. You were talking sex hurts for you. Is that true, or is that just a meme that when you were talking about it?
Why would it be a meme?
I don't know because like YouTubers are like that. They'll be like, "Oh yeah, like you know how people are. They just talk crap on their videos."
No, it was true.
It was true. How come?
Yeah.
Because they diagnosed or what? Like what happened there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I had that diet.
It's kind of hard, like for women compared to guys, I guess, because no, it depends, because sometimes guys got it bad too, you know. You know, it's different, I guess. Hormone, like everyone has something, you know, in this world that we are living right now currently.
Yeah.
And do you have anything that you would like to say or something, or not really?
I'd like to say thanks for talking to me.
Okay. And wait, hold up. I had this other question, but I completely forgot. What?
Oh,
But I don't know if it's relevant, but I'd say this to everyone that I've interviewed before, but why should people care about you per se? Like, I don't know. Say this to everyone to see how they would react.
people should care about me because I'm a human being. Also, if I don't know, want like a legit answer to your question, I think it's because I'm honest as fuck, and talking about my porno and making that video was something that like nobody does.
Nobody
So
does.
that
Yeah, I actually thought about penis or people seeing me have sex with the internet, you know, like my family, someone looking at it, or like someone like I don't know, like my coworker, and they're like, "Oh, what the heck?" You know, because now internet is more prevalent to everything nowadays, so it's like hard to like get away from that. You know,
Definitely.
it's hard. Internet wasn't their thing, probably. I'll think about it, but it is. If it was like back then when there was only VHSs or DVDs, it would be like fine. I would probably do it.
Yeah. Too bad when they.
Yeah, and then let me see. I'm gonna ask you a bunch of weird questions now. What was the most embarrassing thing you've ever gone through?
Filming a porno and people watching it.
Have your parents found out, by the way, or no?
Uh,
Or right? Or they're. Oh wait, what?
I don't know.
Oh, all right. And
Alright.
so, what do you like? Do you currently have a job? Do you currently go to school, or what's the deal?
I have a job.
Okay. To be honest, I hate working. It's the worst thing ever. Having a job gives you so much, like, I don't know. It's not anxiety, but it gives you so much tension in life.
Might be something good this way.
I wish we could have the option of living off welfare for the rest of our lives and just like do whatever we want. Now I'm playing. That'd be so stupid. That'd be so worthless. Like I don't know. I don't know. Are you high right now or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, when you were direct messaging me through Instagram, I thought you were not gonna do this with me because you were kind of being dry. Is that how you are? You're kind of dry to
Yeah.
text.
Yeah.
Some people like that. I'm like that with my friends, to be honest.
Champions.
Or I'm a dickhead. But I'm better to like talking through like in the phone, I guess. Cause I don't know, I don't like texting in a way sometimes. Anything crazy has happened to you in the past like year or something like that besides the porn thingy or no?
I moved here to Colorado,
Where were you before?
California.
Before you,
This
how
is
was
I
that?
know. It was hot in Cali.
You think it's hot there? Oh my god, imagine in Miami. Oof. Over here it's humid. It's not dry heat, so it's even worse. But I can't imagine Las Vegas. Las Vegas must be horrible. It's like the desert. So that's basically what you want to do is grow off this weed thing company, I mean website or whatever you want to cover, and just go from
Yeah.
there and earn money and use YouTube as like a platform to just like promote that, I guess, or you know, just to have fun.